of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on another team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will have the football first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
And the Tar Heels can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, to give, looking for room. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking to throw, it's Baker. Plucks it out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That last completion sets him up on second down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. They're going to stay competitive, and they're going to field the best team program possible heading into next year. Then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to run it. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, they were trying to go RPO. The quarterback decided not to hand it off, and the pass rush just swallowed it up. They got to him so quickly, knocked the ball out, and jumped on it.
Running back searching for a hole. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
you know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Oh, they're after him. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. And the field goal unit is on the field. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on third down.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. From the gun, the ground game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll try the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They'll go to the ground. Spins away from the defense. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Wide open downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, would have had David Pollock cut blocked. maybe even double team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice move there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, North Carolina! Fitted in the window for the score.
And that kind of toughness is something you can't coach in quarterbacks. You either have it or you don't. Being able to deliver strikes like that for touchdowns when you know you are going to get absolutely popped, man, it is hard to find QBs like that. This offense has one.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Now on first down from the 28. The give on the option. Turning it on. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take the deep shot. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, North Carolina State!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The Tar Heels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Snagged out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll pull it on the read. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. And the Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, NC State.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Gonna run it. It's Henson. Breaks into the open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Got to room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Motion from the wideout. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
NC State 14, North Carolina 10.
Out of the end zone. And the returner is stopped.
All right, not ideal, right? Not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. To the air, it's Baker. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. He gets up to the 15-yard line as they're working their way away from their own end zone.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Wants to throw again. Looking to the big tight end. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Got to like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. throws and fires complete. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air. It's Baker. Caught near the sticks. It's Farrell. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it up to 16. The Tar Heels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Using the quick game. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He splits the uprights. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to crank up the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Van Buren. Finds his man in the middle. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
From the gun, running back on the move. Fakes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Got it in the middle, it's Pryor. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. The give out of the gun. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
The give to the back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And it's no good. He missed it. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Baker. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Look out, he's got room on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play. He'll
be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense,
He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Little touch pass to the receiver. There he goes. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the back. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Power football with the run. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things?
Oh, he's got some space. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to pass. It's Baker. On target to the left. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Quick release by the QB. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. He's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Illinois.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And the Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and then when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Quick step and go. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that...
Turning it on! They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Baker. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Behind the chains now on second and long. Grabbed over the middle. It's Farrell. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's third and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable fourth down if I don't complete this third and long.
Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
And what a play by the defense, right? You got the lead, but your backs are up against the wall down in your own red zone. Someone's got to be able to step up and make a play. And he delivers in the end zone, getting the INT, preserving his team's lead here late.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they